well. So I'm going to present first a bit. We'll do a panel discussion. And stick around afterwards because we have an exclusive offer for influencers, so you can actually make referral money very easily to your followers. So can you hear me okay, by the way? Yeah. Perfect. Yes. All right, sounds good. So guys, and you saw a little bit of the invite, but between, so a little bit of background on between. So we went live in October, right? And we've exploded so far. We have 80 plus merchants and brands on our network. But what between is it's actually the first time word of mouth marketing, not follow a link, types of refer a friend programs. This is really unique technology and something that I think you guys are going to be excited about. So when we first launched, we wanted to provide businesses some actual ROI, get new customers in. People talk all the time. I would say that probably maybe every one of you every single day has an organic conversation with friends, family, colleagues, recommended places, brands, products, restaurants, bars, laser spa. But what you guys don't get are any kind of rewards or kickbacks for bringing in new customers, for actually spreading the word all the time. So that's why we're here. Help you guys. So, a little bit more about the app and how it works. So basically, the way the app works is you download the app, you link your card one time. You can actually link up to 5 cards. But once you download the app and you link your card, you actually never have to use the app again. You don't use it to shop. You don't use it to prove anything. The technology does all the work for you. So basically, if I refer any one of you to one of our wonderful locations, one of our merchants and brands here, you follow my referral, and as soon as you pay with the card you link, I actually get a 10% commission reward from your bill. So it could be big. One of the steakhouses the other day told me they had a $3,000 bill. If I recommended that table, I got $300. It's pretty big. So obviously, some of the brands are smaller ticket items, but could be high volume too. So it's very seamless. You can make referrals offline. And after this, I'm going to show you how you can actually make referrals through your Instagram and get a lot more people who already follow you to actually pay, well, merchants pay you actually. So, as far as what we do in order to reward, you have to be connected with the person, either Facebook, soon to be phone contacts, and then after the panel discussion, we'll talk about how Instagram works with a very unique code that you guys are going to get from us. So, as I mentioned, we have a lot of brands. These are just some of the smaller brands we're trying to expose here. But the unique thing about Between that these loyalty apps out there that try and get you to get discounts and stuff. We actually have partnerships with Visa and MasterCard. We have a very unique technology here. We're tracking hard transactions to bring actual ROI to businesses and money to you. Democratize all this word of mouth marketing you've been doing all these years anyway. So this is just a few of them. We have some large beauty brands. We have some high fine dining restaurants. And we have a lot more in store too. So what I wanted to do was keep that short and introduce our lovely panel here to talk more about their experience with social media marketing. So, we have Michelle,
hi everyone,
Debbie, and Anna. We're going to do a little bit of a quick panel questions to discuss. So, can each of you introduce yourself and just tell us a little bit more about how you got started on social media to begin with?
Hi, I'm Anna Mira, and I started Instagram professionally about a year ago. And when I say professionally, I mean I had like 2,000 followers, and I started growing. I just thought that it's such a wonderful way to do something you love and make money, and to not have to depend on anybody else. So I think I woke up one morning and I was like, this is amazing, I'm going to start doing it, when I hadn't done anything on Instagram
Hi everyone, my name is Debbie. As for my social media journey, I basically fell into it. I'm not, pardon me, I'm not gonna pretend, but I kind of went into it with the intention of, being a blogger or monetizing reach. But I was dating someone at the time who started their social media journey, and I was their photographer for the majority of the time. And then after a while, they were like, hey, why don't you just start an Instagram? And I was like, okay, fine, I'll start it. And in starting it, it was mostly just to share personal likes and dislikes, and then it transitioned into a side hustle.
I started my Instagram specifically and other social platforms to really drive traffic to my website. It wasn't meant to grow or be anything of its own, but it expanded over time, and I just put up photos that I liked and saw what happened, and kind of engaged with my audience to grow it. That's a fun life.
Wonderful, wonderful. Hopefully we can share our Instagram handles so you can get some more followers first. How did you guys grow your audience and build the community? Because you need to have engaged users and followers. So how did you guys do that?
Oh my God. Like 100 hours a day? No.
100 hours a day.
Yeah. No, I mean, that's not possible. You know what I mean. I found that in the beginning it was trial and error a lot, but I found that if you do work on your content and you put your personality in it, which takes time to actually figure out what you want to do and who you are, and instead of like looking at all these fabulous influencers and being like, I'm going to be like them. So that took a while, but what I did a lot was actually go and look at other influencers. Like I spent almost 4 hours a day searching on Instagram and looking at other people and telling what I think about their photos and admiring them and coming from the heart. Because when I did it just to get followers, it didn't work. When I did it because I actually liked what they did and felt inspired by what they did and shared that with them on their pages, that's when I started getting engagement. And I might not have like that many followers. I have like 10,000, I think, going to 11. But I have really high engagement, so almost 500 comments per post. And that really matters to brands. It matters to me because I interact with these people and honestly and truthfully, and I really have built a community through that. Just giving the love back. That's how it happens. But it takes hours every day, so it's not easy.
I'm going to keep it real with y'all because that's all I know how to do. Like I said, I was dating someone who became a social media president, like I would say in the LGBTQ world. And while being with them, I was able to attend events like this. So I get to meet people all the time. Attending these events, you get to see the same faces a lot. So I was able to make or build connections with these same folks over time. So when I decided to take my Instagram seriously, quote unquote, it wasn't really hard to find a community because I've already built one while being in a relationship with this person. What did happen though is that I remember attending a party once and someone introduced me to Facebook groups. And this was about 4 or 5 years ago, where in Facebook groups they have these like Instagram helpers and blog helpers and Facebook comment helpers where you go in, you drop a link, and you say, hey, come over and like my stuff. When really in all actuality it's not real engagement, but you do it to build your engagement. And it's not until about 3 years ago I left the majority of those groups because I was like, it doesn't make any sense. I know what my purpose is. So therefore, I'm just going to dismantle that. After a while, I decided, as well as the folks that I've met in parties, that I'm not going to participate anymore with them. I'm not going to hang out with them anymore. I need to find a community that match my goals and the vision of what my side hustle looked like. And that looked like anyone who considered themselves a minority, a marginalized community. And that's where I built my community offline. And in building my community offline, I had no problem receiving engagement or support because then they would come online and support me without me having to ask.
I always like going after you. That's great. I think I'm a little bit of a mix of the two here. Like when I first started my Instagram, time, it made a huge difference, and the quality of photography really started boosting my engagement, boosting my following. And I was also going to too many events. I said yes to everything. And to your point, there were the same people at every event, so we kind of all traveled as a group from one event to the next event in the same night. It kind of made me wonder why I was moving from another to another event. It became monotonous, but at the same time, those were the people who supported me, and in turn I supported them. And as our followings grew, it really, their liking and commenting on my photos allowed my audience to grow because it was getting engagement and viewership and getting into popular feeds and things like that. And me doing it for them did the same. So that's how I really started growing my audience. It's a little different now, a lot of trial and error, figuring things out, experimenting, but at that time, that's how my audience.
Nice. I like the answers, ladies. Focusing on your true fans, really engaging with that core audience is huge, right? We've all heard them talking about hard work, long hours, kind of like you use the word monotonous. I love this quote: if you resist the monotonous, you will miss the miraculous. You can quote me on that. It's not my quote. Anywho, what is the biggest challenge you had to face as an influencer, and the most exciting thing that happened to you? If you talk about your dating life again.
The most challenging?
Yep.
Time. I put a lot of work in my content, and it takes a lot of time to set it up, to prepare it, to go film it, and then to edit it. And that was the biggest challenge for me. It still is, because I can't post every day. It's very complicated content. So figuring out how to manage my time and also, engage with my audience, and also keep putting out good content and contacting brands and traveling. The greatest,
The most exciting thing that happened to you?
I got a collaboration with a travel collaboration last summer, with the 3 5-star hotels in Greece. I hopped, and we worked like 13 hours a day with their staff, and we did some amazing content, and just that experience was incredible, to work with their team and to create that kind of content. And I'm looking forward to this summer too.
I won't talk about my ex anymore. I'll say the biggest challenge, and to be frank, like I said at the beginning, my social media, in terms of my personal social media, is a side hustle. I'm a wedding photographer by day, by trade. I work with corporate events a lot, so I've shot corporate events for like Nike, New Balance, Heels, Target, and the like. So for me, in terms of doing quote-unquote influencer work, it's a matter of not just time management, but also coming up with a cool idea that will not just appeal to the people who are following me, but also staying true to myself. I'm not going to create something that I don't like. I'm not going to put on something uncomfortable just to say, hey girl, go get these shoes, pow. No, if they're uncomfortable, I'm going to tell you they're uncomfortable. I've done brand collaborations before where brands sent me stuff and I did not like it, and before posting anything, I sent them a message and I was like, hey, I did not like your product. Do you really want me to put it on my review? Because it's not going to be in your favor. So the challenge for me is, one, producing content with proper time management and finding brands that align with my goals in terms of how I show up on social media. I'll say the biggest accomplishment I've gotten so far, or experienced so far, is this past December, I was able to have a full page spread in O Magazine for their holiday issue. And on top of that, was able to attend Oprah's Favorite Things event and got to go fill out goods.
I think the hardest thing for me, the thing I struggle with the most, is putting the content I put up and deciding whether I want to put out something that people will engage with versus something I care about. Because sometimes the photos I find to be like extremely beautiful or exciting to me don't get the same engagement as like, I'm a food blogger for anyone who doesn't know, as like a burger. And I mean, people want to see what they want to see, so I share that, but I struggle with that sometimes where I'm like, okay, here's the thing that you want to see, here's what I want to show you. I'm torn between the thing that's most exciting for me. I have quick one, I was on the Dr. Oz show. I had my own segment about a recipe I created. That was awesome for me.
Cheers. Cheers.
But I also think I was at Food and Wine a couple times at festivals, and I was at an after party and played a doubles ping pong game with Chef John George, who's my favorite chef of all time. We were on the same team, and it stuck out to me because it was organic, it wasn't catered, no one set it up, it just happened, and we had fun, we made fun of the other team. Like, we were just like having a good time commiserating, and it just stuck with me as like a moment that hasn't been beaten yet, and it's been a couple of years for that. Just something truly genuine.
Nice. Love it. Organic, genuine. These clearly are a big deal. So, kind of summing up this, we have one more question here. And it's related to the advice you have for people who are trying to gain a following on social media. I think you kind of touched on some of these things, but if you just have a lasting impact for all these influencers here, what advice would you have for them to gain a following?
I know everybody says be authentic, and that's like, yeah, let's talk with that. But it's true, and I'm going to go into a little more specific. I'm an actress by trade, so in acting, some people think that typecasting is bad, or don't be typecast, but it's actually pretty good, because if you think about it, the most famous actors were typecast, and that's how they started their careers, like Julia Roberts, everybody, like she was an American sweetheart, so it's not bad to be typecast. So pick a niche that is dear to your heart, not pretending to be something, but pick something that you love, and be very specific. Like, I only do plant-based and cruelty-free. I have a fairy tale sort of thing that goes on, like create your own magical fairy tale. And it's for a very specific audience, but there's billions of people in the world, and if you go into a specific thing, then you'll be able to attract the millions that are in that niche. So typecast yourself with what you feel like you know and you can be passionate about, and just go with that. Obviously do a mood board, a vision board with the influencers you like that are similar to you, but then try to find your own way and create something special that you only have and that's special to you, because we're all unique. So yeah, typecasting.
Don't worry, I'm not talking about my accent. I would say, aside from being authentic, because we can reach authenticity all we want, don't sell your soul for $1. There are brands who are going to reach out, and for a product that costs $15 to make, will require 2 blog posts, 10 million Instagram posts, 5 million Insta stories, and maybe some Pinterest. Like, don't do that. Figure out your worth. And I'm sure you're all worth a lot in here. Figure out your worth and charge accordingly, plus some tax, because you do have a photographer to pay. And do good work. Like, brands are out here paying you to create great content. Do just that. Don't be mediocre in your creativity. Don't look at somebody else's page and go, oh, they did that, let me try that. Come with something different. Come with something you. That's all I'm saying.
Sorry, I just wanted to add something, because I have all these, you just mentioned it, brands that contact me, they're like, we'll give you 50% off and you'll, no, don't do that, right? Like, it's insane.
Save yourself the trouble.
Yeah. Don't pay for anything to advertise them.
Yeah, don't do things for free. It's marketing 101. I think be flexible. If you're trying to grow your audience, try things. Dip your toe in different waters. Yeah, maybe find yourself, look at what other people that are doing things that you're doing are doing. But do you, yes. And don't be so rigid about what you is until you see what people are responding to. Just have fun with it. Have a less likes on one photo, if you lose followers. That's the internet. We love it when it's just us, we hate it when it's not, but it's not you. It's not me, it's just what it is. And pivot. Just pivot. Try something different, have a good time. Just remember, it's meant to be fun and it's meant for you to interact with people. And if people are interacting, you're doing the right thing. So it's a community, and you can reach people across the world, and that's awesome. Just keep it moving.
All right. Thank you, ladies. Thank you. Thank you. So what do you guys think? Hope you guys enjoyed that. Please see these lovely ladies afterwards too. If you have some questions, want to collaborate, pick their brain, please. They're phenomenal. So what I wanted you guys to stick around for, of course, food, drinks, talk to us, but I give you guys a very unique offer, right? So this is, as you know, a very different type of app, a very different type of program. In fact, we're actually categorized as a social network in the App Store. So after today, if you would like, we'll follow up with you, my team will follow up with you via email, and give you an exclusive code for your particular social media. Spread the word with the brands that are on, of course, the app. Okay? So you have to make a purchase, download the app, link your card, make a purchase at one of those locations before you post. Okay? You're going to get a code from us, a custom code, and every time someone uses that code and makes a purchase, you're going to get 10% back, actual cash, in the app that you can transfer to your bank account. This is what we do. This isn't just for influencers. We're going to do something unique to you guys. Okay? So when you download the app, you actually have to access the app with a code too. So when you do that, please enter the code between 20 in order to be able to actually use the app. Okay? Now, when you share it with friends, okay, they're going to be using the code. We'll send you some more instructions too. Obviously, all they do is the first time downloading the card. Once you've done that, you never have to do it again. Share the code. The next time you purchase, you recommend a place. And if it's somebody you know on Facebook and soon to be phone book contact, someone you know personally, you actually don't have to do either. As long as you're connected with them, the app will actually do all the work for you. So, really phenomenal technology, clearly biased here, but really good stuff that you can actually make some extra income, engage with people, really see how far your word actually means. Right? Your voice matters. We want to give that to you. We want to show you that. And actually, through the platform, through the app, these brands can communicate with you directly. Through the app, through the notifications, they can ask you for feedback. They can invite you to private promotions. One of our restaurants is inviting a private menu tasting for its loyal customers, but exclusively through between. So a lot of things that we can provide, and we just need your help to get the word out there, and we obviously want to reward you guys in the process. Now, the other thing I want to say is that some of you have relationships with merchants and brands. I've talked to some of you already. We need you and your help to sign more up. Obviously, we're going to do our due diligence too, but there's so many brands out there. There's so many merchants out there. So if you would kindly introduce us, we'll make sure you get awarded, and of course, then you can very easily recommend even more places. Right? So we already have 80. I imagine in the next month we're going to have well over 150. Kind of bold, but that's the type of interest we've been getting. So send them our way. We'll let you know how. And let's all win together. Seriously. So, by the way, if you want to ask us any questions, please see me or any of my team. My team, can you raise your hands? Got 1, 2, 3, somebody. So if you have any questions, they're all in the back there hiding, because I'm the only one that got to speak. But please ask any of us questions. If you have any feedback, anything you want to know, we're here to talk. Let's mingle, let's have fun. Have a good night, everybody.